All right, another quick one. It's experience-based again in some ways it's not. So here's a vehicle that when I got here, 2006 Saturn Ion, they told me it's a no start. I agree, it's definitely a no start. However, when I got here, there was a list of codes about a mile long. The problem with the car was that the cooling fan was staying running, even with the car shut off. And hey, JC, how you doing? By the way, nice package you received there. I saw that. All right, so I'm gonna go in here very quickly. I'll tell you what, I'm actually gonna leave you guys here for a second and I'll recreate the issue. I think that's gonna be the easiest thing to do. So you guys have to not mind the chime for 1 second while I do this. I'll leave you right there for 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So, and I can't do anything at all about the door chime, guys, because it's really hot in here. So very quickly I'll go into the Tech 2 and I'll show you guys. It should be able to reset the codes right away. So I'll show you what happened on this one. Passenger car, it's a Saturn, it's powertrain, it's a 2.2 4-speed automatic. And if I go into engine codes, candy module not detected. I'll have to reset it. This car, even though they put in a new battery yesterday, it's not really good. Oh, thank you, Corey. S&A Auto, yes. That'll be for my birthday there. I'm donating whatever I get for the Shriners Hospital. BMW or nothing, huh? Yeah, no, BMWs are already done today, thank God. All right, let's go back in there, try that again. Passenger car, it's a Saturn. Hello, Roy. Powertrain 2.2 4-speed automatic, and let's see what codes we got in here right now. DTC info. I can hear the cooling fan running out there again. So this is what we have. This car right now is in a no start condition. 5-volt reference 2 circuit shorted, fuel level sensor circuit low voltage, which let's see, coolant gauge is pinned right now. The gas gauge is already pinned the opposite way, which I thought was kind of interesting. All right, let's go down to the next one. Description unavailable, we don't care. 5-volt reference 2. That's the one I care about right now. 5-volt reference number 2. Now, there's not a lot of 5-volt reference sensors out here on this car that you can get to easily. But let me walk you out here. Again, experience-based. There's our cooling fan running right now, even with just the key on, nothing is there telling it to turn on, but experience-based. 5-volt sensor that I can get to is one that was sitting right up top over here. That's our secondary air injection valve. Anybody notice that little V with the wings? Somebody out there has to know what that is. Come on, look at that brand. Well, that is a Dorman. That's a Dorman secondary air injection valve, and unplug that, magically our cooling fans shut off. Yeah, oh come on, exactly. And I will have to come in here real quick and clear out the codes. DTC information, remember those codes were active. Sorry, Roy, it's us New Yorkers, we talk a little fast. Oh man, I should have just gotten a picture of that. That was the cops riding by on a Vespa. Honestly, I don't think I could ever be pulled over by a cop on a Vespa. I think I'd be embarrassed. Did I clear that? If not, I'll do it again. I was busy looking at the cops. Alright. Yeah, they definitely cleared. And we'll go back up. Go into engine. Get our DTCs, DTC info. Hey, Steve. All right, so the only code that came back in there right now is that 2432, which I'll address after the fact. But the complaint with this car was a no start condition. Now, this thing will reset because the Tech 2 does not have a battery in it. So, and again, this battery in this car is a little bit weak from the cooling fan staying on. But I can now start the vehicle. And notice that the gauges are back where they should be. Now it's going to shake like hell in the beginning because that code is still in there. You like the title? Yep, and that's really what it is. I mean, this is something that we see. Even though it's a dormant failure, I've seen this fail also even with the GM ones. Let me exit out of that, go back into DTC info. And that's the only one that we have in there right now is the 2432, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, without me looking it up, I think that was related back to the throttle. So, I could probably clear it with this thing running. Boy, oh boy, is this thing vibrating. Clear the code, hopefully. No. Let me turn that key all the way off first then. Give it a couple of seconds. Start it back up again. Yeah, it's actually, it's in that mode where it's in that throttle holdback mode. So it goes into limp because the APP sensor also runs off of one of the 5-volt references. Yeah. So either which way, that is the end. That is the actual fix on this car. I'll have to go in there and I'll have to probably do the battery disconnect on it though in order to get it to actually restart again, or give it a little time in between after I clear the codes. Because I did have it running beautifully just a moment ago. But again, if you see that symbol, question it right there. No, this is not a turbo supercharged, none of that above. It's just a plain Jane 2.2 Ecotech, you know, real common thing there. So very quick check, by the way. I went down there, did my powers and grounds over at DECM just to verify I wasn't missing a power or a ground. 5-volt reference is right there available. Everything was right out and open. These guys had the covers off for me and everything because they were ready to replace the computer. So luckily they didn't replace it, and we got to the root of the problem. All right, so I figured I'd share that along with you. Oh, and that's really the only tools that you would actually need. This, and the brain. That's about it. And a scan tool, of course, that even a small one could be efficient on this one just to get the codes out of the engine. So anyhow, that's all I got for you guys, and take care. I hope everybody has a good weekend.